They coming and coming and coming. They keep on coming. Oh my gosh, it's a never-ending saga of sovereign citizen nonsense. And in this one, we got another judge who goes off, who snaps and puts one in a place. And it's gonna be amazing because I just don't understand it. I think they're all dumb, and I think that they should be shipped off and sent to an island, and they should all live amongst themselves and figure out their own situation because they've all pretty much denounced their citizenship, right? Like that's the point. You're not a citizen. Get out of here then. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into this video and see how things unfold. Let's go. What's going down, everybody? It's your boy. We back for another one. Like you heard in that intro, we got another one. We got another one. Shout out to Logan on Law. The original link's down in the description below. And yeah, without further ado, let's go.
Because as a U.S. national, I have rights protected by the U.S. Constitution and the Supreme Court. I travel not for business and commerce. I just
same thing.
Man,
If
bullshit.
the Mr. Williams in front of us does not admit that the ticket is in his name, is made out to him, I'd ask that the Mr. Williams on the ticket be given a warrant and that this gentleman be removed so we can continue with court.
I'm trying to resolve them, but I'm being threatened.
All right, guys. Today we've got one of the dumbest sovereign citizens I've ever seen. This dude somehow racked up a total of 17 tickets from just one traffic stop, and he's out here acting like he's not even the one in court. I mean, seriously, how does this even happen? But in the end, the judge completely shuts him down, so you definitely don't want to miss that. But in the meanwhile, let me know while you guys watch what you guys think this clown's IQ is on a scale of 1 to 10. Because honestly, I'm giving him a solid 2 after watching this video. But let's go ahead and dive in and hear what charges this guy got slapped with.
Count 1, drove while license suspended. Count 2, open alcohol in a motor vehicle. Count 3, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 1, open intoxicants in a vehicle driver. Count 2, furnish false forged info to police officer. Driver's license never acquired. Count 1. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 3, drive unregistered untitled vehicle. Count 1, open alcohol in a motor vehicle driver. Count 2, tinted windows. Count 3, operator or front seat passenger failed to wear a safety belt. Count 1, drive unregistered untitled vehicle. Count 2 of that same ticket is drove while unlicensed.
17 different citations.
Louise,
This dude is
bro.
out here collecting them like
Yeah, I was gonna say like Pokemon, bro. Yeah, let's jump into this. Hold on.
What was that?
I object to counsel.
Your
Hold
to
on.
say for himself.
Tyron Ruck on behalf of Mr. Timothy Williams. Mr. Williams, state your name.
I object to counsel.
What was that?
I object to counsel.
Your Honor, I spoke with Mr. Williams. He's saying it's not him, and he's all rights reserved. His name is all in all capital.
I object to representation.
What was that, sir?
Wait,
I object to representation by you.
Didn't he say that wrong? Isn't it supposed to be his name is in all lowercase, not capitals, and not a mixture of capitals and lowercase? It's all lowercase, right? I'm pretty sure Mr. Tyron Rucker, attorney Tyron Rucker, said that wrong. Just saying.
So you would like to represent yourself, Mr. Williams?
I'm not representing myself. I'm just here on special appearance, trying to clear this matter.
Okay, so you have to be the person in order to clear these matters. You just can't appear on behalf of someone unless you're an attorney. Are you an attorney, Mr. Williams?
I'm not the person, but I'm the live living Williams, not the Timothy Williams.
Wait,
Are you
what?
Timothy Talley Williams? Do you know
What?
Timothy Talley Williams?
I am Timothy Williams,
What?
the living, breathing Timothy Williams, not the all cat that says on my ticket.
Okay. All right, so do you want to try and resolve these today or no?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you need an offer, is that what I'm hearing you say? Because we can try and resolve all these tickets today if you want to.
Well, I'm just because as a U.S. national, I have rights protected by the U.S. Constitution and the Supreme
Okay.
Court.
Oh yeah, the US
Bruh.
Constitution totally protects your rights by letting you commit crimes and then pretend you don't exist in court just because the tickets have your name in all caps. Somebody, please make it make sense here. If you guys have
It don't. Hold on. I'm about to pause real quick and move me down too, because the judge is she hasn't done anything crazy, but she's sitting up in the top corner. So I want y'all to be able to see her too. One sec.
Any idea what this guy's talking about? Let me know in the comments. I mean, these people really just act like the court's just gonna let them waltz away by pulling some sovereign citizen nonsense. But guess what? It's just not a thing.
It's not.
Is this dude being for real here? Or is he just playing dumb to get out of his tickets here? Let's dive back in.
So if you travel, drive, ride, anything on the city streets of Detroit, then you have to follow the rules that the city of Detroit has imposed. And so if you have not followed these rules, then you receive something called tickets. And these tickets are given to you based on the license or prior license or ID.
You get something called tickets. Okay? Okay, stupid? When you ride, travel, drive, whatever you do when it's behind the wheel of with something on wheels, really, because a bicycle counts too. You still got rules that you got to follow when you're riding a bicycle. So the only way to avoid this whole situation is to use your Chevy legs. And then even then, you don't be jaywalking, don't be doing dumb shit, you know what I'm saying? Because you still got rules and regulations you kind of need to follow. But it's way easier to just use your Chevy legs. What less rules, less regulations. Most people aren't gonna leave you alone. Most cops don't care about you jaywalking. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Look both ways and have a good time, my friend.
Identification ID that is given to you. So we can either resolve these today or we don't have to resolve them. It's okay. But I would like to try and resolve these so that you can move forward and do whatever you need to do.
Yes, I would like to resolve them, but as the officer is seeing in his computer that by the Secretary of State, my ID has been rescinded, canceled. I have a passport, and I'm traveling. I don't drive. I just drive here.
Hold on, but if you drive in a vehicle, you need to have a driver's license. Your passport does not enable you the ability to be able to drive on the streets of Michigan.
I travel not for business and commerce.
Same thing. They have to have licenses as well. Have you ever heard of a truck driver without a license that drives on the commutes on the freeways, roads, or byways? It does not happen. You have to have a license to drive on the city of Detroit, state of Michigan. All 50 states are under my assumption.
All 50.
So, Mr. Williams, I can't go back and forth. I have a lot of people on my screen. I know you can't see. We can have this discussion, but it just has to be near the end of the docket if you don't want to resolve it right now. Okay?
But for the record, Your Honor, I don't drive.
Go ahead.
For the record, I do not drive.
Okay, so how do you want to resolve it today? If you don't want to resolve it, I have to move to the next person, Mr. Williams.
I would like to resolve this matter.
Okay, all right. So would you like me to get you a? Yes, Attorney Snyder, go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Alexa Schneider for the people, P80322. If the Mr. Williams in front of us does not admit that the ticket is in his name, is made out to him, I'd ask that the Mr. Williams on the ticket be given a warrant and that this gentleman be removed so we can continue with court.
Boom! Now that's what I like to see. This prosecutor seriously needs to take over for a minute and handle this clown because this dude is acting like a total joke right now. Like, she totally hit this dude with a mic drop here. If this sovereign citizen is gonna claim he's not the one on the ticket, let's just file a warrant for the dude whose name is on it. I love when judges aren't having it with these sovereign citizen antics. I'm just really hoping the judge will take her advice, though. Because at this point, the docket is going to be so backed up by the end of this guy's hearing. But what do you guys think? Do you think she went too far here? Or was this exactly what needed to happen here?
Mr. Williams, on these tickets?
Excuse me?
I said, is it you, Mr. Williams, on these tickets? Because that's fair. That means that I'm talking to someone who doesn't have these tickets in my courtroom, and so that person has not appeared. But I'm assuming that it's you. Are these your tickets, sir?
If you assume, yes.
No.
Okay. So
Here comes the warrant.
Mr. Williams, do you want to resolve these or not? We can't keep going back and forth. You want to take care of these today with some type of plea or no?
I'm trying to resolve them, but I'm being threatened by imprisonment if I don't agree to these tickets.
Who's gonna send you to prison? I'm not sending anybody to prison today. I'm fining people. That's all I'm doing. I'm giving them fines, monetary fines.
Prosecutor just said she issued a warrant. She recommended a warrant be issued.
Right, but you're not gonna get arrested, but she's saying if you're not gonna say that you're the person on these tickets. Mr. Williams, I have 20 people. I can't argue with you at the beginning of the docket. I can argue with you at the end of the docket. So I'm gonna skip over this matter so we can continue. Let me get everybody else out, then I'm gonna give you all the time in the world, and we're gonna figure out what to do with you today, okay? I don't mind taking the time, but I got all these other people on here who are looking like, come on now, okay? So just give me a moment.
So now this idiot has to wait 3 more hours just to be heard again. Like, what a way to spend your day, right? But this next part is about to be gold because the judge literally talks to this clown like he's a 5-year-old, just breaking it down like she's explaining how to tie his shoes. Honestly, it's like watching a kid get told no by their mom. But this guy is acting like it's some big legal battle here. But let's go ahead and dive in and watch the rest of this sovtard.
We call on the matter of the people versus Timothy Talley Williams. These matters were called on the record previously. I took a moment off. We had quite a busy docket this morning, and I want to make sure that we could give Mr. Williams adequate amount of time to be able to have and all of his questions answered about the matters that are before this court today. Appearances for the record, starting with the city attorney, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Alexa Schneider for the people, P80322.
All right. He continues to not want counsel. Is that correct, Mr. Williams?
Correct.
Okay. Can you state your name for the record, please?
Timothy
Last name?
Bruh.
Williams.
Okay, sir. Now you've had the opportunity to sit and look and see how everything pans out and how everything works, Mr. Williams, right? Did you want to be presented with an offer today, or how do you want to move forward?
He wants to make life difficult because he's stupid.
Well, the offer was to get all this.
So the offer was, I think, so he had some extra cases, Attorney Snyder. So it was FTD, failed to display a valid operator's license, and an open alcohol passenger that was being offered in exchange. We did have a couple of tickets in default, another open intoxicant driver, Attorney Snyder, and it was forged or false police information to a police officer. He may have just given him like a ID that expired. But if you plead to those 2 cases, the remainder of your cases will be dismissed.
No, I was talking about the agreement between me and you was to get this sorted out today.
Right. So, the options are, so these are your options. You can ask for a pretrial. That gives you some time to get documents together and to get everything back in order and then present it to the court. You can ask for a bench trial. That's a trial before myself as the trier and finder of facts. Every single one of these officers who have made these allegations would have to appear on that date and come into court. Or you can ask for a jury trial. That's when the officers is in person. 6 citizens of the city of Detroit will make the decision based on the law. Officers still have to come in. You will have to come in at that point in time, and then we can resolve it that way. Those are the 3, or you can plead guilty or plead responsible at this point in time to the offer that has been extended to you. Those are the 4 things that we can do to resolve it today. And I guess the 5th one is if you don't want to do any of those, then it just remains as is and it just remains there. And then eventually it goes into warrant status.
Yeah.
Right, so I said,
rights, and I don't understand what's going on. So
okay. I don't know if they'll be able to help you. I really wish you would let us assign some counsel to you. They may be able to talk to you and help you understand a little bit better.
I tried, but he not listening, so I was just taking them on hands.
All right. Sometimes you have to be willing to understand that they're going to give you the law, not necessarily what you're following, but the law that we practice in the state of Michigan.
I have no
all of the United
I have
States.
no contact with the Secretary of State. Then, like, why am I being took for this? I'm going through the proper procedure to have my rights protected under the Constitution and Supreme Court. So,
no, you're not, because you don't even know them.
Of Michigan?
You making your life hard, bro.
but Michigan, what?
No, I'm saying the Supreme Court of what jurisdiction? Michigan or the United States of America?
United States of America.
Wrong answer, buddy. The Constitution literally gives the states the power to handle civil matters. like travel violations and citations under the 10th Amendment. That's right, states have the authority to pass and enforce laws, even if you think you're exempt because delusional enough to believe this kind of nonsense.
I'm still here too. I just moved myself
All
behind.
right, they wouldn't have jurisdiction over
screen so y'all
local
can see 'em.
matters though, and that's gonna be the problem. You're gonna run into every time, Mr. Williams, that local matters are held. The Constitution extends the right for us to locally handle certain matters, such as ordinance violations, misdemeanors, driving offenses.
Right. And so if I'm not a U.S. citizen, I'm a U.S. national.
Told you,
What
there it
jurisdiction
is.
does that fall under? I'm not a resident or a U.S. citizen.
Oh, you don't live in the United States of America?
I live in the United States of America, but not under the
Oh,
jurisdiction.
so that's your resident. Are you born, like, do you have you said you have a passport, is the United States of America passport?
United States of America, but not the United States, the federal territory.
Oh, you didn't get so you don't have like a federal passport given to you.
You got a fake passport.
It's not a passport issued by the United States of America.
It is. Now my status is corrected.
That's gonna wrap up his nonsense for now. This
Bruh.
dude decided to take this matter to a pretrial, so we'll definitely be seeing him soon, because apparently he thinks he's some kind of legal genius. But honestly, this guy seriously has got to be mentally ill to be pushing these arguments with a straight face. I mean, the judge here was pretty lenient with him too, so I kind of think she could have shut him down way earlier as well. I mean, in my opinion, she gave him way too much room to keep talking, especially with all of the sovereign citizen nonsense. I think it's
Yeah, way too much. I'm not even mad because the prosecutor, she was on her ish. She was like, nah, I'm not listening to this bullshit. And even the judge, like, she was definitely way more just like psh, 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 smacking it down, like, whatever, say what you want to say, but this is what we're doing. This is how we doing it. These are your options, mother. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. They always pick the dumbest routes. Just saying, the dumbest routes. At this point, you just better hope that those cops have other things to do and better things that they want to do, and they choose not to show up to your goddamn case, because that's where it's gonna go. And I hope that you choose not to do the. I mean, honestly, I hope you just take a plea at some point during this process. Like, don't go to trial, bro. Anyways, y'all let me know what you thought about that down in the comments below, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.